What if every choice you make is not just a single step, but a point that shapes the entire curve of your life? Can you see it? Imagine a graceful, flowing line drawn in the air. It rises with hope, reaches a peak, and then gently bends back toward the earth. This simple, elegant shape is called a parabola. It is more than just a figure from a math book. It is a powerful way to understand the journey we are all on. It shows us our moments of growth, our periods of decline, and most importantly, the powerful turning points that change everything. This curve helps us see our own story in a new light, not as a straight line, but as a series of beautiful, meaningful arcs. This idea invites us to look closer at our own lives. Think about the path you have walked. Has it always been a straight road, or have there been bends and turns? Have you experienced moments that felt like you were soaring, only to find yourself on a different trajectory later? These are your parabolas. You felt its rhythm in your own life, the natural rise and fall of momentum. But what is the mathematical shape of that journey? So, what exactly is this elegant curve, this parabola? In the simplest terms, a parabola is a U-shaped curve, a fundamental pattern found throughout nature and design. It can open upward, like a bowl ready to be filled with blessings and potential, or it can open downward, like an umbrella shielding you from a storm, offering structure and protection. Every parabola has a single point where it changes direction. This is its moment of pivot. If it is opening up, this is its lowest point, the bottom of the valley before the climb. If it is opening down, this is its highest point, the peak of the ascent before the descent. This crucial turning point is called the vertex. It is the heart of the curve, the moment of profound transition. From that single point, the entire path is defined, stretching out in two perfectly symmetrical directions. To understand it better, let us look at its parts. Besides the vertex, there are two other key elements that give the parabola its power. The first is the axis of symmetry. This is an invisible vertical line that runs straight through the vertex, splitting the parabola into two perfect mirror images. What happens on one side of this line is perfectly reflected on the other, creating a sense of balance and harmony. The second part is the focus. This is a special point located inside the curve, and its name tells you everything. The focus acts like a powerful magnet, gathering all the energy that hits the parabola and reflecting it to a single concentrated spot. In our metaphor, it represents your purpose, your core intention, the why that guides your direction and concentrates your efforts. You have seen parabolas all around you, even if you did not know their name. Think about the simple act of throwing a ball. The path it takes through the air is a perfect parabola. It climbs, reaches its highest point, the vertex, and then gracefully descends toward its target. Or consider a satellite dish. Its iconic shape is a parabola for a very specific reason. It is designed to catch faint signals from far away and direct them all to one tiny receiver, the focus, making a weak signal strong. These are not just abstract ideas. They are principles of physics that direct motion and gather energy, both in the world around us and within ourselves. Let us take this idea and bring it directly into your life. Imagine the graceful arc of a water fountain, or the powerful trajectory of a ball thrown into the air. Now picture that same elegant curve shaping your own story. Think of the vertex not as a point on a graph, but as a defining life moment. It is a turning point, a pivot. It is that instant when you make a choice, and everything afterward begins to change. Before the vertex, you were moving in one direction, following a path that felt set. After the vertex, you start moving in a new one, on a trajectory you actively chose. This is the moment of decision, the crossroads where your past meets your future. It can be a grand, dramatic event that everyone sees, or it can be a quiet, internal shift, a change in perspective that only you are aware of. But its power is the same. It redefines the curve of your life. In your work life, a vertex could be the day you decide to leave a stable but unfulfilling job to start your own business. Before that decision, your career path might have been a slow, predictable incline. But the moment you commit to your new venture, that is your vertex. Suddenly, the entire curve changes. There might be a dip as you face initial struggles and uncertainty, but then the potential for a much steeper, more rewarding upward climb appears, one that wasn't possible before. In your personal life, a vertex might be the moment you choose to forgive someone who hurt you, not for them, but for yourself. The choice to let go of resentment, to forgive, is a powerful vertex. It stops the descent into bitterness and begins a new upward curve toward healing, peace, and profound emotional freedom. Or think about the simple, conscious decision to start exercising and eating well. That single decision is a vertex that shifts your health's trajectory from potential decline to renewed strength and vitality. The amazing thing is, you have the power to create these vertices. They aren't just things that happen to you. Even seemingly small choices can have a huge, cascading impact on the path you travel. You are the architect of your own curve. You are the one who decides when and where it will turn. Some of the most inspiring stories are about upward arcs. These are the parabolas that dip down to a vertex and then soar upward, creating a beautiful U-shape of triumph. Think of an entrepreneur whose first product fails to find an audience. They could give up, letting the curve continue its downward trend. Instead, they see this failure as their vertex. They listen to the feedback, they go back to the drawing board, and they launch a new, improved version. That choice is the turning point, and what follows is an upward arc of success. The strategies that create these upward arcs are available to every one of us. The first is resilience. It is the courage to face a low point, a vertex, and say, "This is not the end. This is a turn." The people who soar are the ones who use that challenge as a launching pad, transforming the downward momentum into the energy they need to climb higher than before. Another key strategy is learning. When they reach a vertex, they do not just push forward blindly. They pause, reflect, and learn. They adapt their approach based on new information. They learn, and then they grow. Not all parabolas point upward forever. Sometimes the curve reaches a high point, a vertex, and then begins a downward bend. In life, these downward arcs often feel like setbacks. It could be a project at work that fails after months of effort, a relationship that ends, or a personal goal that seems to slip further out of reach. But the parabola teaches us something powerful. Every curve has a shape. Even a downward bend is part of a larger journey. A downward arc is not necessarily an ending. More often, it is a transition. The pressure to repeat that success is immense. That struggle can force the writer to shed expectations and rediscover why they started. The descent can clear the way for new creativity, a different curve later on. One person sees job loss as devastating failure. Another sees it as the vertex signaling a new chapter. It can give you space to learn new skills, explore different interests, reconnect with yourself. The fall can teach you how to fly in a new direction. Profound growth often comes from our most challenging moments. The most hopeful truth is that your parabolic path is yours to shape. It's not a predetermined line you're forced to follow. You are not a spectator. You are the architect of your own curves. The choices you make today, no matter how small they seem, are the tools you use to define your future trajectory. Each decision is a data point plotting the course of your life. You can create a new vertex at any time. You can decide that today is the day your curve changes direction, initiating a new ascent. It does not require a massive, earth-shattering event. It begins with a simple, clear intention, followed by a small, deliberate action. You can start right now, right where you are, to bend your curve toward hope, growth, and purpose. Let us make this practical. Here are 3 concrete steps to begin. First, pick one skill you want to develop and dedicate just 15 minutes a day to practicing it. This consistency is what builds momentum. It could be learning a new language. It could be playing an instrument. It could be mastering a piece of software for work. Second, connect with one person who sees you clearly and supports your growth. Share your intention with them. Third, make one different choice this week. It can be as simple as taking a new route to work or reading a book in a genre you normally avoid. Each different choice is an experiment, a tiny shift in your daily parabola that introduces new possibilities. The power to redefine your path is in your hands right now. Your next chapter is waiting to be written, one intentional choice, one new vertex at a time.